Hello friends and welcome back to the channel. Today we are playing Wytchwood and we are currently in the fields completing the 4 souls for the goat, which includes the ox in the field. So let's take a look at our map here. We are going to head into this farm right over here to take a look at this strange looking farmer. A hefty gourd stands before you, wiping beads of dew off his bumpy forehead. He tilts up the brim of his hat and greets you with what you interpret as a smile. "Welcome to my farm, stranger. What brings you out here?" "How's it growing, farmer?" asks the witch. "Oh, you know, not so bad. Trying my best to win the harvest competitions this year." "Well, you look to be making good progress," says the witch. "I'm sure you'll be a shoo-in for the blue ribbon." "You would think so, wouldn't you? But every year, without fail, that's our ox takes the prize. No matter how hard I work, I can't seem to outgrow his crops," says the vegetable farmer. "Careful now, you're beginning to sound like a sore loser," says the witch. "Ja, not sore loser, just think it's quite suspicious, don't you? Last year, the ox and his family grew the largest corn cobs I've ever seen. I was only barely able to get second place because of my own little helpers." He motions to animated turnips and potatoes busy with menial farm work. "But this year, his crops are larger than ever before, even though his family is nowhere to be seen. It doesn't make any sense to me." "He's working the fields all day by himself? What happened to his family?" asks the witch. "That's the fishy part. No one knows. They just disappeared one day, and the ox has said nothing." That does sound suspicious," says the witch. "Perhaps I'll go and ask him myself." Ja, his farm is down the southwest. You can't miss it. I must get back to work. Veggies won't grow themselves, you know," says the farmer. And this starts the new chapter of the ox, which is the fourth of the first 4 souls we need to collect for the goat in order to return the sleeping maiden, get her to wake up again, because that was the deal we made with him. So we are going to cross this bridge past these bandits and head over in this direction. Oh, actually we're gonna head in the complete other direction. It's on the other side of the map, not down here. So yeah, let's head over there. So now that we are at the ox's farm, we can kind of look around. He's got a cute little dog, of course, and some chickens. Some forest herbs, as well as some clay. Might as well collect those. That gourd's head's bound to rot. Let's talk to the ox. "Hey, this is private property. What are you doing trespassing on my land?" "Why, I just came to admire the glow of your crops, Master Ox. I heard you produced the most bountiful produce in the land," says the witch. "Ha, well, you heard right. I work day in and day out, till my hands are raw and my back is broken, but you won't find a finer farm anywhere else. You're sure to take first prize at the Harvest Festival again. You and your family must be so proud," says the witch. The ox spits on the tilled soil. "Pah! Those lazy louts never understood the pride and joy of devoting oneself to the land. What good's a family that gripes about hard labor? We'd have never won any of those competitions if it wasn't for my sacrifice," says the ox. "Where is your family, then? I can't help but notice you're working all by yourself," says the witch. "If you must know, those darn bandits out by the South Bridge stormed in the place one night and stole them away." Yeah, my whole family's just been kidnapped, but don't worry about it, it's fine. "Bandits? You don't seem very concerned about getting them back," says the witch. "Ha, I'm better off. For all I know, they could have been already ransomed off for fertilizer. But if you're so worried, why don't you go talk to those bloody brigands yourself? Now get your big nose off my field, or I'll toss you in the compost heap." I have a feeling that they were not kidnapped, that he just wants us to deal with those bandits. Regardless, we will head and talk to them because they're right here outside of the farm. So if we walk over here, we can see this is where the bandits' camp is, and hopefully we can get through without too much of a hassle. I might have to, oh yeah, they're no longer, oh wait, here they are. So yeah, they are also weak to the dreadful doll, but I think we can just talk to them. There are far too many for me to just sneak by. I'll have to find a way to incapacitate them. Okay, so it does want us to create a dreadful doll. Dreadful dolls are created by grain, hopper legs, and whatever that thread, what is it? The sewing kit. Sewing kit, we have everything we do. Luckily, we have a sneaker snoot already up and ready to go, so we'll just need some grasshopper legs as well as, well anyways, when you hear the bouncing around, that's a hopper. You'll definitely want to get them. And then the grain, I think is, oh no, that's just lazy grass. Where do we get the grain? Here we go. We'll use our shears and cut down those. We'll also grab our catching net and catch this hopper. And now that we have everything we need for this dreadful doll, let's go ahead and craft it and head back over to the bandits and see if we can get through. Ah, sly old fox, how'd you manage to get your creaky bones past me, grunts? Tish, my mooks must be getting fat round the waist to let you slip by so easily. Never too old to teach some youngins that hands are better left out of people's pockets. Next time I catch one of your thugs rooting for gold, they'll have to recount their fingers. Haha, ain't afraid of nothing, are ya? Well, let me be the first to welcome ya to our merry camp, though I suspect you didn't come just to scold us. What do you know about the ox who works in the southern fields? Asks the witch. He told me his family might have come through this way. Oh yeah, we know all about the ox. He also might have seen that family of his, but on the other hand, maybe we didn't. What's it to ya? Listen up, you big lug. That information is just about the only thing stopping me from changing the whole lot of you into stinking chickens, threatens the witch. All right, Granny, says the bandit boss. No need to get upset. We was just playing games, you know. Yeah, we seen that family, a boy and his mum, if I remember, always walking in that big ox's shadows, always looking afraid of him too. So you didn't kidnap them. Where are they now? Asks the witch. You know, you remind me of the dear old ma, says the bandit boss. She didn't take no guff from no one, neither. And, she used to bake the most delicious meat pies. I sure do miss her cooking. Me and the boys have been awful hungry lately. Thieving is hard work, and crime doesn't always pay. Say, do you know how to bake? I even got ma's pie recipe right here. Who knows, on a full stomach, I might even remember something about his missing family. So we'll need to bake him some humble pie. Let's look at the ingredients really quick. We'll need dough, which we will need eggs, grain, and milk for, as well as crow's foot. From the crows here, I didn't know we could harvest them, as well as some roast beef. Of course, roast beef takes some witch spice and some meat and some embers, and then we got our roast beef, so we have one of those. So yeah, we'll just need to do the dough and the crow's foot, so let's get cracking on that. And then we'll also need to craft another dreadful doll to get back in here, so we'll keep our eyes out for hoppers and grain and whatnot. So down in this farm is where I'm assuming, yeah, this is where all the chickens are, so it's gotta be. That's all the eggs for now. Oh, if I touch the chickens, they pop out eggs. Okay, I get it now. Oh, here's the other egg. I was like, there's 3 chickens, so where's my 3rd egg? Let's also use our catching net to catch that. And this guy. And we'll head back up into this grain field and cut up some grain. And we also got a crow here, which we need to catch with a snap trap. And we will place a snap trap here. And hopefully the crow will just jump right into it. Oh, here comes one now. A crow will fly in and land in it, hopefully. There we go. It'll give us some meaty morsels. And where's the crow's feet? What the heck? That's why we were doing it. Oh, there is a crow's foot. Okay, I just couldn't find it. But it was there. It did drop one. I believe we need 2 of them, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we'll need 2. So let's get... I already crafted another snap trap, but I just wanted to make sure the crows actually dropped crow's feet. I don't know why they wouldn't, but you know, you never know. Anyways, let's go ahead and set one there and wait for a bird to fly into it. Here comes one now. So he landed right next... Oh, right next to it, and it did actually get inside of it. Now we have all the crows. We already have our jar for the milk, so let's head back down to the cow, which is going to be next to the decay portal here in the fields. And with our empty jar, we'll just go up and collect some milk, and we should have everything that we need. So let's go ahead and craft. Oh, we need 2 jars of milk. Okay. So let's just craft another jar and use it on the cow to get more milk. There we go. Alright, so craft the dough. We already have the roast beefs, and we have our crow legs. So the humble pie is all ready, and the final thing we need to do is create a dreadful doll. And we will need a skeeter snoot for that, as well as some additional reedy twines. So I'm assuming we'll need another dreadful doll. I'm gonna try to get in there without the additional dreadful doll just because we already talked to them, but we'll see. Ooh, we can just walk in. We only need 1 dreadful doll, thank goodness. Okay, good. I was like, oh, this is gonna be so annoying. Say, do you know how to bake? There we go. Let's go ahead and give him some humble pie. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I want pie in my tummy tum tum. Come on then, have a helping, says the witch. The bandit plunges his hand into the pie, grabbing a fistful. He barks in delight as wet chunks of pie filling spatter out of his gob. Ah, delicious, just like how Ma used to make it. But something's different. He picks a small black feather from between his yellowed teeth. Is this crow? I figure you could do with a serving of humility, says the witch. The gargantuan man's lips begin to quiver. Great watery tears well up in his beady eyes. What's the matter, dearie? Are the spices too strong? Asks the witch. Sniff. Nah, it ain't the spices. Sniff. It's just... He deteriorates into great, shuddering sobs that shake the camp. Ma always said I was a bad seed, said I weren't good for nothing but eatin' and thievin'. But all I really wanted to do was dance. Oh my gosh. I was gonna make the greatest dance troupe the world has ever seen. Had a name in mind and everything. Pick and leap in pockets. But... I ain't been doing nothing but taking. Always taking. Oh, Ma was right. I'm a bad apple. Come on now, dry those eyes. You're not all that bad. He snorts a dangling glob of snot back into his nose. You really think so? You gently reassure him with another helping of pie. Of course not. You're going to tell me all about the ox's family, aren't you? Oh, right. Well, you see, we've been spying on that ox for years now. Every full moon, he'd go out into his fields all by his lonesome. He'd howl at the sky. What was it he'd say? Oh, yeah, he'd yell, Abra-ca-corn-cob. Then it always sounded like he got into an argument with someone, but there was never anyone else there, except that creepy old scarecrow of his. You pat the sniffling rogue on his stubby cheek. That's a good lad. Maybe it's time to think about trading the daggers for dance shoes. He stuffs more handfuls of the crumbling pie between his blubbering lips. Yes, I'll do it. I'll dance. Well, I'm glad we can help him achieve his dreams as he still weeps into the pie. Let's be sure to grab some more mending poultice for free and head on out of here and head towards the scarecrow at the ox's farm. But I am going to go ahead and leave this part here. Thank you so much for joining me on this Let's Play series. I'm having a blast, and I hope you are enjoying it as well. As always, check out the description. It has a link to all my social media, including my TikTok and my sticker shop. But if you'd like to stay here on YouTube, I'd really appreciate it. All you have to do is like, comment, and share, as well as subscribe to my channel. All of that helps the YouTube algorithm get my content in front of more people's faces. So until I see you again, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye.